No, he didn't ask me.
He was like, he didn't want
He
that.
said, Bill, 300.
Yeah, right.
And I was like,
He didn't want that. It was brutal. Your name was the first time. They are
Oh,
missing.
thank you, DJ. This is Ed, DJ.
when they are, they're usually pretty effective.
They're usually right, but this time they're not right.
I'll call this meeting to order on Monday, March the 4th, 2019. I want to welcome everyone. I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. Councilman Ron Fennell is not here tonight. He's on spring break with his kids, so he will not be here. Very glad to have with us tonight Pastor Carrick Butler, Faith Christian Center at 3831 Traymore Point Parkway. They used to be right here on Church Road. He's going to come up and give us our invocation and also lead us in the pledge of the flag. So would everyone please rise.
Let's pray. Father, I thank you because you are good and your mercy endures forever. I thank you for how much you love us and how much you love the city. So we ask that you give us leadership, wisdom, and understanding, that you lead them and guide them the way that they should go, that Smyrna will overflow in peace and prosperity, that this will be a place that people will love to live and reside and to work, and it will overflow with all the blessings of your goodness. Strengthen our police officers, our fire department, all of our responders, so that they continue to do the great work that they do. We thank you for your goodness, for what you've done in the past in Smyrna, what you're doing now. And we thank you that for where Smyrna is concerned, our best is yet to come. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I like your new haircut. It looks good. If I had hair, I would look just like that. Thank you so much. And for your church has moved out to Austell, I think is the address. And so if you're looking for a new church, we'll even send you outside the city. So they're located at 3831 Traymore Point Parkway. So thank you so much. Tonight, we have one agenda change, and we'll get to that once we get to it. But item 5A on our agenda, which is a public hearing for a previous license request, 2500 South Cobb Drive. That's, I hope the applicant got the word. That's going to be tabled till 4/18/19. So we will announce that when we get to it. But that will be tabled till the 18th. They did get it or didn't? Is that you? Yeah, I'm sorry. There was an issue about the posting of the request. So we will not hear it tonight because it wasn't properly posted. So we'll hear it again on the 18th. Is that correct? Ken Sotis will talk to you. And we apologize for you not getting the message. I just got it at 5:30. Tonight, very glad to have with us the student government president of Campbell High School, and we do this every year where we allow the student government president to come and they actually conduct the meeting. So I've been practicing our name since the last 72 hours. Oji Baji. Precious is her first name. I got the Precious down. So I'm going to let her take over the meeting just soon, but I'm going to do the item B, which is recognition of Keep Smyrna Beautiful and Jonquil Garden Club. And I think our director is here. And this is Mr. Corky Welch's under his committee. It's yours.
Thank you, Jenny. This is the whole committee?
It's me and Ed. And then the Jonquil Garden Club. So everybody's got bronchitis tonight. So I guess be thankful they're not here. So So Mayor, City Council, thank you so much for allowing us to be here. Seems like Smyrna has something to celebrate every single day. And Keep Smyrna Beautiful and the Jonquil Garden Club are so happy to be here to celebrate some more with you tonight. For Keep Smyrna Beautiful, Ed Plansker is our board member who is present tonight. And he and I are going to tell you that, let's see, year 23, we have been honored by Keep America Beautiful and Keep Georgia Beautiful. We have won first place for Keep America Beautiful in our population category. We have won the Sustained Excellence Award from Keep America Beautiful. That means that for the past 5 years, we have scored 90 or above on our applications. And we have also won second place in the Keep Georgia Beautiful Awards. So over 23 years of bringing the best that this board can to Smyrna and doing everything we can to keep it beautiful and sustainable and environmentally sound. So show you the awards. All of these.
There you go.
So, and we really couldn't do it without the support of all of you. So thank you very much for all your support. We're also here to celebrate with the Jonquil Garden Club, and I would like to introduce their current president, Lorelei, and she's going to talk about the state award they won.
Thank you, Janet, Mr. Mayor, and student mayor and council members. Jonquil Garden Club, we won the third Keep Georgia Beautiful third in state for community beautification for redoing the sensory garden at the community center. A team of 10 garden club members started actually right about a year ago. And what they did is they started out with a plan, and they planned the sensory garden so that it truly speaks to all the senses. There are plants that you can touch. They have different colors. There is a fountain with bubbling water. There are beautiful little tables and chairs out there. It's just a wonderful place of respite that had gone unused for quite some time. The team put in over 220 man-hours just getting it together, and we continue to meet once a month to do any continued gardening and every week to water. And we have a special thank you for Janet and for KSB for their support of all kinds, including the financial support. Thank you also to City Parks and Recreation for the fountain, the trash removal, and redoing the floor, and all the help with the maintenance. So we have really enjoyed the project, and Pastor, you'll be happy to know we all love Smyrna, and we're all very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
I'd like to ask everyone to give these guys a round of applause. And if you haven't, next time you go to the recycle center, if you haven't been in there already, ask someone to take you back to the conference room and look at all the trophies and plaques in that room. It is amazing. They have more trophies than Dale Earnhardt. So it's amazing what this group has earned over the years, and we're very proud of them. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So now for item 4, land issues, zonings, and annexations. We don't have any. Item 5, privilege licenses. Item A, LIC 2019-03 is a public hearing for a privilege license request, beer, wine, and liquor pouring. 2500 South Cobb Drive, AVAMC Company, LLC, DBA, on the range with Willie T. Chandler as an agent. I'm sorry about that. Ms. Wilkerson, may you please make a motion to table this till March 18th?
Sure, thank you. At this time, I would like to move to table item 5A, LIC 2019-03, public hearing privilege license request for LIC 2019-03, beer, wine, and liquor pouring at 2500 South Cobb Drive, AVAMC Company, LLC, doing business as On the Range with Willie T. Chandler as agent.
There is a motion. Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor, please vote. Approved, 6-0. The motion passes. Next, we have item B. LIC 2019-05 is a public hearing for a privilege license request for beer wine pouring, 2440 Atlanta Road Southeast, STE 100, YP Restaurant Group, LLC, DBA, Your Pie with Dipish Parsat Tombai Patel as agent. Is the applicant here? Ms. Sandler, will you please read the background?
Thank you, Honorary Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Dipish Patel will be the registered agent responsible for the sale of alcohol at the referenced location. Mr. Patel has been given a copy of the alcohol beverage ordinance and attended the mandatory alcohol awareness workshop. Mr. Patel has agreed to abide by the guidelines set forth by the City of Smyrna ordinance governing the sale of alcohol. A background and investigation was conducted by the Smyrna Police Department, and it failed to reveal information that would preclude issuance of this particular license. Staff does recommend approval.
This is a public hearing, so anyone wanting to speak in opposition to or wants to make public comment for this item will need to come forward now and be sworn in, and then we'll call on you to speak at the appointed time. I would like to call on Council Member Blackburn.
Thank you, Honorary Mayor. I'm going to ask the applicant to please come forward. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about your establishment?
Yes, so it is a pizza restaurant. We do fast casual pizza, gelato, beer, wine, of course. So I'm here, and paninis and chopped salads. Hopefully it was opened up sooner than this, but we're under construction about a month and a half out, I would say, about a month and a half out to opening. It's a franchise local to Georgia. It's from where I went to school at UGA. It's in Athens, Georgia. Some of you may or may not have heard of it. It's basically kind of like a build your own pizza. So here I am. Can't wait to open.
Great. It looks like a really large space that you're building out. I had a chance to go by and look, and so both sides are going to be utilized?
Yes, so it's just one end of the plaza.
Okay.
So it's about 1.5 miles down the road. One end of it is another shop that just opened up called Real Subs.
Okay.
The other
I
end,
saw the sub.
right? So the other end will be my restaurant, which has an end cap. End caps are tend to be a little bit larger. It's about 2,400 square feet. We're gonna have about 69 seats inside, and then hopefully the days that doesn't rain, we'll have patio seating on our patio. So.
And when are you expecting to open?
As of today, we are about 60% done with the construction. So I'm hoping we would open mid-April is our tentative grand opening date. So what we usually do is on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we do a dine and donate. So all of our pizzas are free. Anyone that comes in, we just ask that you donate to the cause. And then Thursday, we'll close down, get everything together, and grand opening would be on a Friday. So as of now, I think April 12th or April 19th is what we're shooting for.
Okay.
That's tentative, of course, on our equipment being delivered on time, all of our construction being done on time.
Okay. And I also understand that you did you went to the alcohol awareness workshop. You
I did.
that?
Forgot his name, Dave or Doug or something like that. Yeah, I did that about a month and a half ago. Talked to Jim Cox about that, and I was able to get that in December before the end of the year. So yeah, I did that in December.
And understanding the importance of why we have you go through that workshop and whatnot. Okay.
Of course,
Great.
yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
Are there any other questions for the applicant?
Okay. Well, if not, at this time, I would like to make a motion to approve item LIC 2019-05, privilege license request for LIC 2019-05 beer and wine pouring at 2440 Atlanta Road, Southeast Suite 100, YP Restaurant Group LLC, DBA Your Pie, with Dipesh Parsatambia Patel as agent.
Second.
There is a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please vote.
Okay. Who's second?
The motion passes 6-0.
Thank you, guys.
Under formal business, item A, approve the contract with Cobb County Board of Elections and Registration to conduct the City of Smyrna's November 5th, 2019 municipal election for the estimated amount of $23,448.41 and any runoff on December 3rd, 2019, and authorize the mayor to sign and execute any associated documents. Ms. Sadler-Jones, will you please read the background?
The city staff would like to recommend that we contract and pay the Cobb County Board of Elections and Registration an estimated amount of $23,448.41 to conduct the Smyrna City General Election on November 5th, 2019. These costs include responsibilities such as publications, use of election equipment, cost of printing ballots, election personnel compensation, and where applicable, costs will be computed based on the number of precincts served. This estimated cost does not include the subsequent runoff election amount, and the runoff election is scheduled for December 3rd, 2019, if needed. And again, staff does recommend approval.
I would like to call on Councilmember Norton.
Thank you, Madam Honorary Mayor. This is pretty straightforward. This is similar to what we've done in the past. If there's no questions from anybody, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve item 6A, approving the contract with Cobb County Board of Elections and Registration to conduct the city's November 5th, 2019 municipal election for an estimated cost of $23,448.41 and any runoff December 3rd, 2019.
Is there a second? Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please vote. Motion passed, voted 6-0. Item B, approval to hold election qualifying in the Human Resources Conference Room at Smyrna, 2800 King Street, Smyrna, Georgia, on 3 specific days: Tuesday, August 20th, Wednesday, August 21st, and Thursday, August 22nd, 2019, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Closed for lunch from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. each day. Ms. Sadler-Jones, will you please read the background?
Qualifying fees were set at the January 7th, 2019 City Council meeting and published and advertised by February 1st, 2019 in the Marietta Daily Journal. The qualifying fees for mayor were set at $756, and for council members, Ward 1 through 7, for $567. The mayor and wards 1 through 7 will qualify for the general election to be held on Tuesday, November 5th, 2019. The qualifying will be held in the Human Resources Training Room. That room is in the first floor of City Hall on Tuesday, August 20th, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Wednesday, August 21st, from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Thursday, August 22nd, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Each day they will close for lunch from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Staff does recommend approval.
Is there a second?
Madam Honorary Mayor, at this point, I'll make a motion to approve item 6B to hold the election qualifying in the HR conference room here at Smyrna City Hall, Tuesday, August 20th through Thursday, August 22nd.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please vote. Motion passed 6-0. Item C, approval for the City of Smyrna to continue as a subrecipient of the Cobb County Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, program to receive the grant amount $327,618. Authorize the mayor to sign and execute the 2019 subrecipient agreement documents. Ms. Sadler-Jones, will you please read the background?
Each year, the City of Smyrna signs a subrecipient agreement with Cobb County Community Development Block Grant Department. This agreement authorized Cobb County to continue the administration of funds and reporting to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development on behalf of the City of Smyrna. The city's preliminary funding amount for program year 2019 is $327,618. That is an increase from last year. This amount is subject to change or increase should HUD release more funds to Cobb County. CDBG funds have been used to fund parks and recreation projects, public works projects. It funds the city's code enforcement officer that is in Ward 5, and it also funds our CDBG coordinator. Staff does recommend approval of the agreement with Cobb County CDBG office.
I would like to call on Councilmember Welch.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Any other discussion among the council regarding this issue? With that, I'd like to make a motion to approve item C, 2019-85, approval for the City of Smyrna to continue as a subrecipient of the Cobb County Community Development Block Grant Program to receive the grant amount of $327,618 and authorize the mayor to sign and execute the 2019 subrecipient agreement documents.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please vote. Motion passed 6-0. Item D, approval for resolution 2019-02 of the City of Smyrna opposing House Bill 302 and Senate Bill 172, as it would prohibit local governments from regulating building design elements in single and double family dwellings. Ms. Sadler-Jones, will you please read the background?
House Bill 302 and Senate Bill 172 would prohibit local governments from regulating building design elements in single and double family dwellings, which could negatively impact economic development efforts and harm competitiveness. Appropriate local design standards and land use policies create a diverse, stable, and sustainable residential development landscape. House Bill 302 and Senate Bill 172 are bills that would undermine self-determination of citizens to establish community standards. The city's governing body voices its opposition to House Bill 302 and Senate Bill 172, entitled Preemption of Local Building Design Standards. City staff also supports the efforts of the Georgia Municipal Association in opposing these two bills. So staff does recommend approval.
I would like to call on Councilmember Gold.
Welch.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Sudrith, do you want to add anything to this, or do you want me to add anything to it? Or?
I'll give it a shot. If I don't cover what you wanted, Corky.
I'm sure you can handle it.
The city uses design standards, plain and simple. We have them in our corridor design groups. We have them attached to almost every rezoning that we have, as well as the control of the greater downtown area along Atlanta Road from Spring Concord intersection all the way to Windy Hill. So the look of the community would be different if we did not have those design standards. That's indeed why we have a urban design commission, the UDC commission. So it is a major issue here. It's not a minor thing for the city of Smyrna to say, oh, we are not going to have design standards that deal with, 1 and 2 family developments. As I said, we attach conditions each and every rezoning we have. A lot of those have to do with the look of what that building is. So I am totally against this bill and totally in favor of the GMA type resolution that they've submitted to us.
Thank you, sir. Are there any other questions of Mr. Sudrith?
I'd like to say something if I could, Madam Honorary Mayor. So I think one of the reasons why, citizens love living in Smyrna is because we have a chance to have our voices heard and we can impact what our community feels like, looks like, and work with the city council and the mayor to come up with appropriate standards. And this is just it's a bill that reduces our effectiveness as residents and local officials to shape what our community looks like. So I think I'm fully in support of the resolution and opposed to the state bill. Thank you.
With that, I will give an example. I had another a local mayor from a community outside of Metro Atlanta send me a email the other day regarding this issue, and it was a photograph of a house painted pink, and the roof was pink, and the driveway was pink, Pepto-Bismol pink. And what the comment was is if this bill passes, this could be your neighbor. And with that, I will simply make a motion to approve item resolution 2019-02, approval for the resolution 2019-02 of the city of Smyrna opposing House Bill 302 and Senate Bill 172, as it would prohibit local governments from regulating building design elements in single and double family dwellings.
Is there any further discussions? All in favor, please vote. Motion passed 6-0. Item E, approval of the city to leave 53 parking spaces to Campbell High School on Belmont Boulevard at Ward Street and authorize the mayor to execute any related documents. Ms. Sadler-Jones, will you please read the background?
This proposed parking lease agreement is made and entered by and between the City of Smyrna and Cobb County School District on behalf of Campbell High School. The city would allow Campbell High School access to lease 53 parking spots for student parking along Belmont Boulevard at Ward Street up to the brick crosswalk for a total of $30 for each spot, sold up to $1,590. The parking spots will be available for student parking Monday through Friday between 7:15 a.m. and 4 p.m. The parking spots are not available on days when school is not in session. Campbell High School agrees to maintain the trash pickup in this particular location. The agreement will terminate at the end of this semester, which is on Wednesday, May the 22nd, 2019. Staff does recommend approval of the lease agreement.
I would like to call on Councilmember Gold.
Thank you, honorary mayor. Yeah, this is really an exciting thing. It's a way that the city can support our schools. There are some parking spaces that aren't used. They're on public streets and aren't used regularly, and really appreciate the support of the staff and mayor to allow this to happen. So right now, I believe the high school has about 270 spots for kids, so this will be 20% increase in their student parking. So I think it's a great thing. So with that, I move to approve item E, 2019-83, approval for the city to lease 53 parking spaces to Campbell High School on Belmont Boulevard at Ward Street, and to authorize the mayor to execute any related documents.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please vote. Motion passes 6-0. Item F is 2019-87 for a public hearing for approval of the Memorandum of Understanding and Filling for the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency grant in the amount of $287,150, matching funds for the purchase of a Lenso Bearcat Armand vehicle, and have the mayor sign any related documents. Ms. Sadler-Jones, will you please read the background?
This Memorandum of Understanding is a necessary step for the Smyrna Police Department to apply for the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency grant in the amount of $287,150. They intend to purchase a Lenco Bearcat armored vehicle. This vehicle will be used by the SWAT team in responding to all incidents that exceed the capacity of patrol within our jurisdiction, including hostage situations, active shooters, and barricaded gunmen. The grant is 100% reimbursable. Staff recommends approval of the MOU to apply for the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency grant in the amount of $287,150.
This is a public hearing, so anyone wanting to speak in opposition or wants to make a public comment for this item will need to come forward now and be sworn in, and then we will call you to speak at an appointed time. I would like to call on Councilmember Norton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As Ms. Sadler-Jones said, this is the first step. Police Department has asked us for our approval to start this process. Once we give the approval and we have this public hearing, they're able to apply for the grant. And if they get it, the city fronts the money, and then we get fully reimbursed for the cost of this. So any questions amongst the council? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve item F, the MOU and filing for the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency grant in the amount of $287,150, matching funds for the purchase of a Lenco Bearcat armored vehicle, and have the mayor sign any related documents.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please vote. Motion passes 6-0. Item 7, commercial building permits. We do not have any. Item 8 is the consent agenda. Ms. Sadler-Jones, will you please read the consent agenda for council's approval?
The consent agenda reads as follows. Item A, approval of the February 18th, 2019 mayor and council meeting minutes. Item B, approval of the February 18th, 2019 pre-council meeting minutes. Item C, approve the closing of the following streets for the Smyrna Parks and Recreation's Easter Carnival and Movie: King Street from Bank Street to Village Green Circle, entire Village Green Circle from Atlanta Road from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, April 13th, 2019.
Do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda? Pardon? I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please vote. Motion passes 6-0. Item 9 is committee reports. I'd like to ask Mr. Derek Norton to start.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I don't have a committee report, but I do want to say it was great to have the Smyrna Youth Council down at the Capitol on Friday. They came down and toured and saw Representative Terry Nolowitz, formerly of this city council, pass her first bill and got their picture taken with the governor. It was a pleasure to spend time with those talented kids. So appreciate them being down here. With that, I yield.
Ms. Bluestein?
Don't have anything to say this evening because I don't think anybody can see me. I'm below the wall over here. But anyway, you've done a great job, and thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Blackburn?
Thank you, Honorary Mayor. You've done a great job, Precious. I'm so excited for you. Yay. I do want to share that I had an opportunity last week to participate in what's called the Cobb Project Soapbox. And we had several of our schools here in the Smyrna area, Teasley and Smyrna Elementary, second and third graders, I believe it was, present or participate in this event. And it was so precious. They had an opportunity to speak on subjects that they were very passionate about. It may deal with homelessness or drugs or sustainability, but these kids were really on the ball. And so it wasn't really a judging type thing we did. We were just helping to encourage them to continue to stand up for what they believe in, you know, their delivery, their structure, and their style, and the content of their speech. These kids were phenomenal. So I just want to say it was an honor to do that, and a big shout out to several of the instructors that were there who were very instrumental. Miss Laura Hairston and Amy Crosby, Maria Braswell, and Stuart Ogborn. Thank you for what you're doing with our kids in our school. I really appreciate that. And with that, I yield.
Mr. Welch?
Thank you. See if I can get my breath here. I have a very short report, just a reminder to everybody of the shredding event on March 23rd at 884 Church Street, beginning at 9 a.m. So beginning getting your boxes ready to go shred them. With that, I yield.
Ms. Wilkinson?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, I'd like to make an announcement for the library. March is Women's History Month, and the Smyrna Library is celebrating with displays of books, audiobooks, and movies about famous, infamous, and not-so-famous women. They will also host a brown bag book discussion on Friday, March 15th at noon in the library meeting room. They will be discussing Becoming by Michelle Obama. Bring a sack lunch, and drinks and dessert will be provided. And with that, I yield.
Mr. Gold?
Thank you, Honorary Mayor. Couple things. Let's see. First, this coming Saturday is the Campbell Middle School annual gala for the Campbell Middle School Foundation. So if you can, come on out and help the foundation continue to support the education programs at Campbell Middle School, which these programs include creating a STEM lab, funding teacher grants, media center improvements, and more. So if you need information on it, please email me, and I'll get you connected with the correct parent volunteers. Also, this past Friday, Campbell Varsity Baseball kicked off their home season, and they played their first game at the Latanzi Field with a completed new backstop and safety netting. It looks great. It's a great addition to the field. But the highlight, of course, was the opening pitches. Pitches were thrown out by the mayor, Dr. Walker, who's the principal of Campbell High School, and, of course, Kara Gold, who's the president of the Campbell High School PTSA. And the good news is there were no injuries. Pat Terry is holding a concert at the community center on Friday, March 22nd. He is a local musician, very talented fella. Come on out, it's a fundraiser. Again, if you want information on that, email me and I'll let you know how you can get some tickets. And with that, I yield.
Mr. Fennell? Oh, my apologies. Ms. Sadler-Jones?
I just want to say it was a pleasure having you as our honorary mayor today, and I wish you all the best in your senior year. Okay. Thank you, Max. And then also, I just wanted to remind everyone that Mayor Bacon will dye the Market Village Fountain green to kick off St. Patrick's Day weekend. That's going to be on March the 16th at 5 p.m. So please come out and join us, if you will. Thank you.
Mr. Scott Cochran?
I've got to go after you said that Mayor Bacon will die and then pause. Nothing to say. I'll say what other people have said, that you did a great job again, and it's nice to have the collective intelligence of the room when you're here.
Mr. Scott Andrews?
I just want to remind everyone that the vision efforts led by the city, tomorrow is the community update meeting that's going to be held right across the street here at Smyrna Community Center at 7 p.m. We hope you can join us. And also, we just want to say congratulations to Rusty Martin in our Community Development Department. Just had a new little girl join the family. With that, I yield.
Ms. Terry Graham?
Yes, I'd also like to say that it's been such a pleasure working with you, Precious, and getting you prepared for this. You've done a fantastic job, and we just appreciate you being here and joining our group. Thank you. Good luck to you in the future.
Thank you. Ms. Tina Monogram? Gone? Okay. Showcase hearings? We do not have any. Item 11 is a citizen input. I'd like to call Pat Burns, 10 Concord Road, Smyrna 30082, to the stand. Topic or item would be diversity.
Thank you. My name is Pat Burns. I've lived here some 30 years. First, let me thank Councilmember Blackburn for recognizing Black History Month at the event at the community center. Hopefully, this will be the start of an added dimension to our community. Secondly, at the last city council meeting, I was absolutely dismayed. I was dismayed by the vote in favor of Woodbury Developers' variance request. Councilmember Bluestein admirably stood with her Baptist Deaf Church constituents. Her stand should have signaled to everyone that this was a matter of inclusion. Instead, the pastor's pleadings fell on deaf ears. Woodbury Developers should have been asked to reconfigure the plan and design, because predictably, down the road, those townhouse dwellers will be here complaining about loud church noise. Mind you, just like the residents along the railroad track asked for a silent crossing, you approved that. While Smyrna is trying to rebrand itself as diverse, it has to not only talk the talk, but it has to walk the walk. You and I have a responsibility to lift up those who cannot speak for themselves. Diversity means putting more chairs around the table. Diversity means, 1, halting the city's entrenched use of population transfers by apartment home buyouts. 2, diversity means halting land tract purchases where small minority businesses are located. And 3, it means no more right-of-way purchases that further marginalize minorities. Council members, clearly it's time to start walking the walk. We're assuring all residents have to have a seat at the diversity table.
Thank you, Ms. Burns. If there is no other business to be brought before this body, I call this meeting adjourned at 7:45. Thank you.
All she wanted to do was hit the gavel. You did.
Pardon me? Georgia State. Yes, sir. Nursing.
Oh, cool. Who's chairs it? Here's Scott. Yeah. Hold on. Do my pen. I had one right here, I thought. Oh, it's right here. Oh, oh heck, hold on.
A couple more things for you to sign. You gonna be back in this week?
Yeah, I'm coming, I'm going upstairs.
Oh, you are?
Something this week, I gotta get my stuff.
Well, I don't have it printed out.
Why did it not work? What is going on? That was so frustrating. It worked fine this afternoon.
Okay, so he didn't sign any of both of those. Did he sign this one?
Yes. If I remove the tabs, he had signed them. I just left tabs there where he had missed signatures and then the third copy.
Marilyn wants a copy of that.
Okay. Tonight or?
No.